Imagine a deep, mysterious lake surrounded in mist,
where an ancient creature might lurk beneath the surface. Welcome to Legends Unleashed. We're your hosts. I'm Isabel.
And I'm Grace. Today we'll be talking about the legends of the Loch Ness Monster.
And we'll tell you everything you need to know about it. According to timberbush.com, the Loch Ness Monster is described as a large green creature, pointed head and long extended neck that sticks out of the water, suggesting that it is a serpent-like creature. Now we will go over the origin and background of the Loch Ness Monster. According to history.com, the earliest sighting of the Loch Ness dates back to 500 AD. The earliest written reference to a monster in Loch Ness Lake is a 7th century biography of Saint Columba. Saint Columba was an Irish missionary who introduced Christianity into Scotland. According to Britannica.com, Loch Ness Lake, lying in Highland, Scotland, has a depth of 788 feet and a length of 23 miles. Loch Ness Lake has the largest volume of fresh water in Great Britain. The watershed of Loch Ness covers more than 700 square miles and comprises several rivers, including the Och and the Enric.
Even though the first sighting of the Loch Ness Monster dates all the way back to 500 AD, it wasn't believed to be real until 1933. In 1933, when the road was finished around the Loch Ness Lake, there were many sightings from tourists claiming to see a large creature with a long neck emerging from the waters. According to Britannica.com, they described it as a dragon-like or prehistoric monster, and the incidents were reported in public newspapers like the New York Times. During the same year, they contacted a well-trained game hunter, Marmaduke Wetherell, to catch and discover this sea serpent. He was unsuccessful, but that just drove the public into a bigger spur of efforts. DNA results came up to show that the lake just had traces of eels, and they then thought Nessie was a large prehistoric eel. Stories were very jumbled, and many didn't know what to believe or think. According to Management Today, local experts around the Loch Ness Lake estimated that tourism is worth as much as $130 million a year to the region. Their net worth from just a few tourists is bigger than Nessie herself. According to the New York Post, scientists have recently found fossils of a likely plesiosaurus in the Sahara Desert. These fossils are closely linked to the Loch Ness Monster because they are shaped almost the exact same as how they are described. There are many movies and books made about this famous creature. I personally like all the films I have seen because they portray Nessie as a more likable and softer version of the creature. For example, here are a few popular films and books.
Water horse? They're not supposed to be real.
His name's Crusoe. He's very friendly.
Percy, Angus. What are you doing in there?
Based on the novel by the author of Babe.
The water horse is said to be the rarest of all creatures. There can be only one in the world at a time.
Sightings of the Loch Ness Monster are now believed to be seen all around the world, even in the Great Lakes of Minnesota.
Now I'm going to read you some stories of sightings. From SpinnakerWatches.com, the most famous incident occurred in 1933 when George Spicer and his wife claimed to have seen a large creature-like object crossing the road near Loch Ness Lake. After the sighting, sonar expeditions in the 1980s and 1990s resulted in more inconclusive readings. Relations in 1994 that the famous 1934 photo was a complete hoax. From a website called LochNessSightings.com, on August 17th, 2023, Steve Valentine, visiting from Urmston in Manchester, was on holiday break with his family when he saw something from a deep scan boat as they were returning from the tour. He said, "I just saw a black shape in the water. It was when we were returning to the dock near the castle. I lost sight of it when the boat turned, but managed to get a quick photo from a distance." And then here's the photo.
There are over 20 reported sightings each year of Nessie and over 1,000 in total.
Because Loch Ness Lake is 745 feet deep, the lake does not freeze.
Scientists believe that Nessie eats mainly fish and other aquatic animals.
Oh, he doesn't eat humans?
He hasn't been recorded to eat any humans.
He's a friendly animal. The famous photo taken by Robert Kenneth Wilson in 1934 turned out to be a fake, and his stepfather admitted to helping him set up the scene.
The word Loch Ness translates to lake monster.
There is a program called the Official Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register, in which you can register any real-life sightings you may see of Nessie. Right now, there are over 1,000 sightings registered currently. And we're back. We hope you enjoyed our facts and knowledge about Nessie.
And now we'll be going over whether we believe or not believe.
I think I don't believe because of the greatness of size that it's said to be. I don't think there's something that big.
It's like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
They're extinct.
I think that there's probably like a smaller creature that
I think
could
it might be like a sturgeon or something.
Mhm.
Some kind of creature like that that's
Yeah.
not necessarily that big but looks like it could be. And people just made it bigger than what they actually saw to make it seem cooler.
Yeah, and I think like all the proof, like the pictures that we've seen, they're really bad. Like they're super blurry.
It
could
just looks
be,
like a stick coming out of the
or
water.
like a fish jumping or something.
And they're like this small.
Yeah.
So it doesn't match up with the size anyways.
And they're all like super far away, like the pictures. And there's also there's like no.
It just seems like a
science-
stretch.
There's no scientific evidence of Nessie ever existing.
There's been like dinosaurs, but
Yeah.
I don't think that would still be in that lake.
No. And just because like the great size of the lake too, I think there could be like a creature maybe that they're seeing, but I don't think
Yeah.
that it's like as big as they think it is.
It's a fun story though, like saying you
Yeah.
see Nessie, but like
Yeah.
I don't think it's true.
So we do not believe.
Let us know what you think in the comments.
Thank you for exploring the legend of the Loch Ness Monster with us, and we hope you learned something about Nessie.
We hope you tune in on our next episode about a blood-sucking creature.
This has been a production of Creative Communications from Jordan High School. Please subscribe to JHS Creative Com on Twitter/X and follow us on YouTube.